It's okay.
If you have a car accident, AXA will take care of everything. So if your car is damaged, we'll give you a replacement car.
You cannot remember it. You cannot grasp it with your fingertips. They couldn't have held strong enough if you tried. But I'll cast your memory back to the awakening, to the filling of your white eyes with light, before color, before shape. Return to the mammoth of breath entering your beginning, opening you wide to the possibilities, to the place of divinity, an encounter with your history. Welcome. You are alive.
When I was 10, when I was 10, I was called for, I was called for. And when I was led to seek the truth, I just fought for what I came for. When I was 10, I was called for, I was called for. And now that I am here, living my truth, I am stronger, so much bolder.
The child of greatness. The child of possibilities. Àjọkẹ́ òkín.
Àjọkẹ́ òkín o, ọmọ Sunday ọlọ́mọ yọyọ, Àjọkẹ́ òkín o.
Thank you, Tolu McKay. Poet Fairly Speaks, the RTE Concert Orchestra conducted by Gavin Maloney and the wonderful local Music Generation Choir. What a fantastic start to our night. Welcome to Lough Boora in County Offaly for a Culture Night special. We have a fabulous hour lined up for you from here in Boora, and we'll be checking in on the events happening all around the country. But please, give it up again for that performance of IA, a beautiful celebration of shared heritage. Over. Now, let's talk about why we are in the bog to celebrate Culture Night. If we are talking heritage and culture, bogs are like nature's museums, preserving precious artefacts that help us understand who we were and how we lived. If you know how to find those architects, please welcome archaeologist Cathy Moore. Cathy, hi.
Hi.
So, let's talk about these amazing artefacts that can be found in the bog.
So Irish bogs they're treasure troves for archaeologists. They're filled with all manner of wonderful things. Thousands of archaeological sites have been found in our bogs, more than any other country in Europe. So we're really unique and we're really lucky in that regard. So in terms of sites, we find things like trackways and platforms built out in the bog. And in terms of artefacts, it could be anything from hoards of Bronze Age gold, to wooden wheels or spears, tubs filled with butter, all manner of really wonderful artefacts. But it's not always really special and kind of, exotic things. Sometimes what we find is really prosaic, and that's what I have here.
What have you got?
So I've got this piece of wood. This was found on an archaeological excavation last year at Gortnacrana in County Roscommon. And this piece of wood was cut with a stone axe. And we can tell because of these really distinctive marks on the end of it. So stone axes remove only tiny wood chips as you chip away at the piece of wood. So these are very distinctive marks of a stone axe. This is about 5,000 or 6,000 years old.
And how can you tell that?
Well, that's when stone axes were in use in Ireland.
Right,
so in the Neolithic period, that's when people were using stone axes to cut down trees and to build their platforms or trackways, in this case in the bog. So
that's incredible. So we find these artifacts, and then they help us learn how we lived, hundreds of thousands of years ago. So what have you learned about how, ancient civilizations in this country, how they used the bog? What did they do there?
So what we find in the bogs, we find trackways that people built to cross the bogs, but we also find a lot of trackways built straight out into the bog. So people wanted to get from the dry land where they lived, where they farmed, out into the bog itself. And that's because an intact raised bog is really rich in natural resources. So you've got things like reeds and heathers, which would be great for thatching roofs, for making baskets. Plants like bog myrtle for cookery or maybe for medicine. And then sphagnum, which is the building block of the bog itself, is a lovely soft and absorbent material. And on archaeological sites, it's been found used as bedding, used as insulation in walls. And it's even been used to quite recently. So in World War I, it was used to dress soldiers' wounds.
Okay. And let's talk quickly about bog bodies, because you have a claim to fame in that you have found a bog body, which is a really big deal for archaeologists, right?
It is, yeah. It was quite an exciting find. It was a long time ago. It was in 1998, in the start of my career, and I was surveying with the Irish Archaeological Wetland Unit in Tumbay Bog in the Lough area of County Offaly, and I found what I thought was a flap of leather sticking out of the bog, and then these crumbs of like white kind of waxy material. And I stopped to take a look, and I thought I took a smell of the waxy material, which I know sounds crazy, but it's what you're supposed to do. And it smelled like really rancid fat, like greasy, kind of gone off butter smell. So I thought actually that I'd found bog butter, a deposit of bog butter in maybe a leather bag or a leather vessel. But what it actually was the flap of leathery stuff was skin, and the white material was body fat.
Wow.
So that was a person who died about 1500 AD, so in the medieval period.
Wow. Well, Cathy, thank you so much for that insight into bogs. Thanks so much for being here this evening.
Thank you.
Now, as we know, Culture Night is a nationwide event, and while we are here in Offaly, award-winning actor and singer-songwriter Jessie Buckley went for a preview of artist Pat Curran's exhibition at the Matt Talbot Community Trust in Dublin's Ballyfermot. That exhibition is running all evening at the Matt Talbot Community Trust. In the 1970s, Dubliner Luke Kelly recorded and released a song that was written by prisoners in a Nazi labour camp. It has since become an international anthem for peace and feels appropriate to include in tonight's lineup in more ways than one. This is Damien Dempsey with a very special performance of Pete Bog Soldiers.
Save up to €200 on the Samsung Galaxy S24 and Google Pixel 8 Pro and get that shiny new phone feeling. Now there's a bright idea. Switch to 3 today. Head in store or see 3.ie. 3 for a better connected life.
Your friends call you Deadly Dave cause you once did Tai Chi. They pretend your new teeth hurt their eyes. They asked you where you finished in the derby, and is that wallet from 2005? We don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did. It's all cause we love you.
Rockshore, refreshingly Irish.
There can be only one. There's only one king. One goat. One hedgehog. Oh, nice wall, Jill. But there's only one great one. And finally, only one biscuit. The true original. And one person to tell you about it. Me, Trevor MacDonald.
Actually, it's Sir Trevor MacDonald. And I'll take it from here.
McVitie's. True originals.
Can anyone speak Irish? Can anyone speak Irish? Can anyone speak Irish? No.
She bilún smuggler on bagad an vals Jaranach an tis Jaranach I varga ko hard kor vaishen port balche xna kachrekus an tal chuki skrishin nach kunas chuki smuggler on an made kene wrestler sumo in nach an kinatena chuki smuggler on an made kene wrestler sumo not an kinatena
Something about sumo wrestling. Will we get a selfie?
Is feder karsk a curl at obish the Eishlam Eishlish na fuckers your cantus a tune on nadur Eisht agus of all for our neck a corish Eisht
Yes, a selfie. I'm sorry she's gone. Why? My eyes are closing a photograph.
Extraordinary. It is not just the bog that can preserve culture. That was Rec le Fibín sa Thaivhearc ag Bóisín and Clada, a premiere of a mini opera. Okay, it is Culture Night. It is totally live. Anything can happen, and I'm now going to introduce something really special. This is Elaine May with 4 singers: May-Kay, Lough, Alva Reddy, and Sinead White. Enjoy this.
I forgot pleasure just to be with you.
unexpected measure, so we can say we saw this through, and with all your pressure, so we can tell them it was true, a fog of pleasure, but not forever. I guess with some kindness and blindness we managed to hold this down. And now that we're standing on top of this throne, I can't see you now. A mixture of kindness and blindness, we managed to hold this down. And now that we're standing on top of this throne, I see you now. I guess with some kindness and blindness, we managed to hold this down. And now that we're standing on top of this throne, I can see you now. Mixture of kindness and blindness, we managed to hold this down. And now that we're standing on top of this throne, I can see you. For the pleasure, just to be with you. Unexpected measure, so we can say we saw this through, and with all your pressure, so we can tell them it was true. A fog of pleasure, for no forever. A fog of pleasure, just to be with you. Unexpected measure, so we can say we saw this through, and with all your pressure, so we can tell them it was true. A fog of pleasure, for no forever. I guess with some kindness and blindness, we managed to hold this down. And now that we're standing on top of this throne, I can see you now. A mixture of kindness and blindness, we managed to hold this down. And now that we're standing on top of this throne, I can see you. A fog of pleasure, just to be with you. Unexpected measure, so we can say we saw this through. All your pressure, so we can tell them it was true. A fog of pleasure, for no forever. A fog of pleasure.
Amazing. Thank you, Elaine, Maykay, Lough, Alva, Sinead, and the RTE Concert Orchestra. Of course, that was No Forever. Okay, for Culture Night, rumour has it that free books are to be had if you are travelling this evening by train or by bus. To celebrate their 70th anniversary and the night that's in it, the Arts Council are hosting Read More. Laureate for Irish fiction Colm Tóibín went to Houston Station to check it out.
Reading is good for us because it satisfies our curiosity. And our curiosity is something we should, I think, treasure. You know, if we see someone running for a train, we always want to know, did they get it or did they not get it? And that's the fundamental idea. It's the same reason as you turn the page, that every page is waiting to be turned to see, oh my God, what did she think? What did she do? Where did he go? It's just that basic thing that's there in all of us. I'm laureate for Irish fiction, and my mission is about the art of reading. Read More is, first of all, a gifting project. In other words, here is a trolley of books. You pick one and hand it on to someone else when you've finished it. Pick one you want. And this is just a way of maybe starting people off to say, on your journey, take another journey, the journey of a book. Look out for the book conductor in selected stations all over Ireland on Culture Night. The trolleys are there, the books are yours if you're going on a journey. And it has something that might not only open your mind, but could change your life.
Wow. This will be lovely for my grandchild.
It isn't just a single type of book. In other words, it's poetry, it's children's books in Irish. There's something really, if you take it from, say, Elaine Quillinan, who's a poet, to Marion Keyes, who writes a different sort of book, that in other words, there's something there for everybody. Surely there's something you will want on the trolley.
It makes the journey so much shorter when you get engrossed in the book.
I picked The Girl Who Married the Reindeer. I like to spend my free time when I read by reading because it gives you knowledge and you can relax.
Hi. How are you? How's it going? Good. Oh God, look at this. What's the big hit?
It's a very good book, actually.
I think you needed to go back and do more work on that book. This gifting project is really to mark the 70th anniversary of the Arts Council. So that's been a terribly important thing in Irish life, and really it's one further way of marking the connection between the artist and the audience, the artist and the citizen. And one small thing, the book is for you. The book is free for you to gift, but inside it has names of other people blank, so you hand it on to someone when you're finished with it. So I read this book of poetry. When I'm finished with this book of poetry, I will put, look, it has a name, and look, it has a list inside of who I can give it to and who they can give it to. So it's like a dance card. If I could say one thing on Culture Night about why you should pick up a book, it's because you might enjoy it. It's as simple as that.
The country is alive with culture tonight. There's concerts, exhibitions, plays, dance, workshops, and they're all free. And this year there's a focus on late night culture, so there's hours of fun left to be had if you so wish. Now, Evelyn O'Rourke is down at Dublin's Spencer Dock to see what's on offer in the capital this evening.
Spencer Dock and Sean Creel, Laura Bonnet, Clea, and very welcome to Spencer Dock in the heart of the city centre. And we've so much going on here this evening. I mean, come on, the Discovery Gospel Choir, that's only for starters. You can also see one man, well, a few artists, hard at work all evening, creating murals in front of us. Shane Ha, you're very welcome to Culture Night. You've a busy night, you're painting all night in front of us. Tell us what the plan is.
Well, me and 5 other artists got a brief, Awaken the Metropolis, so we're all trying to... Yeah, so it's the morning, it's the city waking up, so we've got a lot of people drinking coffee in mine, the sun bursting out for the new day.
So your picture has specifically Ireland waking up, lots of sunshine, lots of energy in it.
Exactly, it's the city centre as well. You see Liberty Hall, you see a couple of dark lines and all that, so yeah, try and capture the city.
So you've been working on that since about 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
and
3
you
o'clock.
and 2 other artists are working on pictures. What are the other guys working on?
Thomas and Mercedes are doing Neon City and Rat as well, so both really nice colourful pieces down here.
Now you guys are usually locked away in a gallery, away from us all, but here tonight we can see you in action. So what's it like for you though to have us looking over your shoulder?
No, it's nice talking to the public and for them to see how it comes together as well. So people ask questions, you can tell them. It's nice.
When you're interpreting a brief like this then, are you thinking about the setting? Because this is it's a unique setting. It's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking Dublin, I'll sketch that, I'll take a sketchbook out, same way I do every project, and I'll draw until I find something I like.
There you go. Well, listen, best of luck this evening. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Shane Ha, thank you so much. So listen, you can be listening to choirs, you can be watching Shane work hard. We even have a boat. Poetry on a boat, come on. Come join us at Spencer Dock this evening. We're having a ball.
It's all go down on Spencer Dock. Thank you so much to Evelyn. Right, and if clubbing's your thing, there's a very special event happening in Dublin's Smithfield Market tonight with DJs playing till late. Just saying. Now, I am delighted to welcome one of our most celebrated traditional musicians who is renowned the world over. Tonight, he's joined by Cormac McCarthy and the RTE Concert Orchestra. It's the wonderful Martin Hayes.
We all enjoy summer, the bright summer's sun, and our families embrace it with a great sense of fun. The new toys, the warmth, the laughs and the food, new tables and fables, and an all-round great mood. And although our summers can sometimes be wet, with the right garden setup, there's no need to fret. Because when a long day becomes a long night, you can light up your garden with magic so bright. Home store and more. A happy home.
I'd like a bar of chocolate, please. It's from my mum.
your change.
Happy birthday, Mum.
There's always been a glass and a half in everyone.
What happened? You wouldn't believe it. Broke down, didn't I? Put the flags torn down. He gave me a tow and dropped me off nearby. And then I walked the rest. What happened? Car broke down, didn't it? Rang Allianz breakdown assistance. Grabbed a coffee.
Get 15% off car insurance online at allianz.ie.
Grand.
You write it, we underwrite it. Allianz.
Oi, oi! Whoa. Bet you think you need to put that on one of those long cycles. But with Fairy Platinum Plus here, you get a really amazing clean, even on a short cycle, saving time and energy.
Fairy Platinum Plus capsules have a unique formula that starts to work the instant it hits the water, removing tough mess fast.
Whee!
And switching to short helps you save up to 33% energy per wash. The #1 cleaning performance in witch testing.
Ireland's best broadband is speeding towards even more homes. With superfast 2 gig full fibre broadband that can keep up with your playtime. Virgin Media, it's playtime.
Here we are, immersed in the bog in Lough, Boora Discovery Park, County Offaly. One of the most important ecosystems in the world, and we've got it right here in Ireland. But in order to appreciate it, you've got to get close and feel it. It's a superhero in the fight against climate change and bringing our emissions down nationally.
Thank you for joining us for this Culture Night special, Shane. So the bog is a superhero. What the hell?
Really is. So they only cover 3% of the world, but they hold 50% of the carbon. They're incredibly important, but most people don't really realise it. 68% of the water we use in Ireland comes from peat somewhere. Incredibly important.
Wow. So what is the magic of the bog? What makes it unique?
Well, Kathy spoke about this a little bit earlier. It's the sphagnum moss. You pick it up, you squeeze it, it holds 20 times its weight in water alone. And that's not just it. We've got carnivorous plants living in our bog. Now, they're not quite elephants or tigers, but they're our own Serengeti. You just have to get a little bit closer, maybe get your socks wet every now and again.
So it feels like the bog has a bad rep in comparison to the rainforest when it comes to climate change. How can we get people loving the bog more, appreciating the bog more?
Well, again, Kathy talked about these boardwalks that they built out into the bogs that they had done thousands of years ago. We're doing that again. Right. During the pandemic, unfortunately, one of the few positives to come from that was that everybody discovered their local wild place within their 5 kilometres. And most people's wild place in Ireland happens to be bog. It happens to be a peatland somewhere. So now we all know where our bogs are. Now, traditionally, they would have been seen as kind of the wet areas with insects in them. Nowadays, we're starting to appreciate them. We're building boardwalks. We're building bog bridges out into them that we can actually visit them and appreciate them. Understand and appreciate the cultural and the spiritual connection to these areas.
Yeah. Well, Shane, thank you so much. Thanks so much for being here tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've learnt, thanks to Shane, that the bog is a superhero when it comes to fighting against climate change. Our next performance is responding to just that. A collaboration between artist Rona Byrne and choreographer Laura Murphy. This is It's All Up in the Air on Bogland. '22 has been singer-songwriter Susan O'Neill's year. She's a West Coast native, so it's totally fitting that Susan is on the Claddagh Quay in Galway to sing her latest single. This is Now You See It.
I was a free bird sailing through the black and starry sky. I was a reverie onto the wide open spaces where a mind can be a mind without a memory. Now you see it, now it's gone, now you feel it, now it's gone. You were the red light flashing
We were the love light flashing through the eyes of the unnamed, their joy and their pain. Now you see it, now it's gone, now you feel it, now it's gone, now you hold it, now it's gone, now you want it, now it's gone. Whatever happened was on its way. Whatever dances our mortal bodies made, all of the moves were a part to play. All of life in beautiful decay. We were a blazing ball of fire, oh, a pallid red and gold, as sure as the sun. Dancing through hollowed halls, our fleeting feet on fertile stone, so naive and free. Now you see it, now it's gone, now you want it, now it's gone, now you miss it, now it's gone, now you hold it, now it's gone.
Absolutely beautiful voice. Thank you so much to Susan. Okay, from Galway, we travel to Tipperary now, where the Clonmel song cycle is underway. Composer Eamon O'Malley gave us a little sneak peek. It has been such a special evening celebrating culture here in Lough, and Culture Night continues across the country in every city, town and village. Remember, you can still get out and get involved in your local community. To play us out, singer-songwriter Jack O'Rourke is here with the RTE Concert Orchestra and some very special backing vocalists to perform a classic song which turns 30 this year. This is Jack's take on Neil Young's Harvest Moon. Good night.
Come a little bit closer, hear what I've got to say. Just like children sleeping, we can dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising, let's go dancing in the night. We know where the music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I loved you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing now. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon, because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you.